friends, welcome back to your own YouTube channel Ask Your Gynecologist. I am Dr. Sonal Parihar and I am back again today with the second part of the previous video, PCOS, Polycystic Ovarian Syndrome or Polycystic Ovarian Disease. So in the last video we discussed what are the hormones and what causes PCOS, right? Today we are going to discuss what all complications a patient of PCOS can go through. Now first of all, the most important one because of which the patient will always go to the doctor is menstrual irregularity. Now menstrual irregularity happens because there is no ovulation, which we discussed last time. So obviously it is a very disturbing condition because your entire life routine, it changes. You don't know when your period is going to come, whether it's a young lady of 13, 14 years or she's a married lady. Everybody has that problem that they don't know like when they are going to menstruate. So that is a very disturbing factor and that is a main complication, right? Now, if you don't ovulate and you do not have your periods on time, what is the second complication that you can face? The most important complication that a married lady with PCOS would face is infertility. Subfertility means they will not ovulate, the egg will not be produced and obviously they will not get pregnant. So PCOS is a major factor in women with a very important cause of infertility. I think almost 70 to 80% of the ladies with infertility would have PCOS, right? Now coming to obesity. We discussed why you become obese in PCOS. So the weight gain, what are the complications because of weight gain? First of all, depression. Because nobody wants to be fat, nobody wants to look ugly. Now if you have lots of fat in your body which you cannot reduce, lots of hump in your shoulders, sometimes even sagging chin or double chin. So all these factors, they make you feel depressed, especially if you have acne, if you have hirsutism, hair on the unwanted hair on the body. So this everything like drags you towards depression. So this is one of the most important complications of weight gain. Second important complication would be hypertension. Now we all know that blood pressure, high blood pressure generally affects the people who are under stress or people who are overweight. So obviously a young girl, a young lady, if she is already overweight and is undergoing depression because of all these factors, she will definitely have hypertension. Not definitely, but generally yes, they do develop hypertension after a certain age. Second complication, or I would say rather third complication of weight gain is diabetes mellitus. Now diabetes, as I told you, in PCOS already there is some problem with the insulin hormone. There is insulin insensitivity of the body. So blood glucose is already high. So these patients, they tend to develop diabetes after a certain age. Okay. Then coming to the other complication of weight gain is sleep apnea. Sleep apnea. What is sleep apnea? When you are sleeping, suddenly you feel shortness of breath. That is, you just have air hunger. Like you feel that there is no air around you, there is no oxygen around you. You suddenly get up and you open your mouth and you start breathing like this. That is called sleep apnea. This generally affects people who are like chubby hair, who have lots of fat, and while sleeping they suddenly their passage closes and then they suddenly have to get up. So sleep apnea is a major complication of PCOS, right? Now one of the deadly, dreadful complications that sometimes a PCOS patient can develop is endometrial cancer. Now endometrial cancer means cancer of the inner lining of the uterus, which you can see in the diagram. Now why does this happen? A lady with PCOS is obese, she is fat. A lady with PCOS is having a tendency towards high blood pressure and she is also having a tendency to develop diabetes. Now all these three factors plus anovulation. Anovulation means she is not menstruating regularly. So whatever she is developing, the lining inside which needs to come out every month, she is not able to menstruate. So all these four factors make her high risk for endometrial cancer. So this is something that we really need to rule out, and we will discuss in the next video how we can prevent this complication, because you really need to menstruate every 2 to 3 months. We cannot wait for 6 months or 8 months for the periods to come, because then it predisposes and makes you a high risk factor, puts you in the higher risk factor for endometrial cancer. Now coming to the complications that happen during pregnancy. Now if a lady with PCOS gets pregnant, first of all she has to continue with the medications which were keeping her PCOD, her PCOS under control. She needs to consult her doctor immediately. Now miscarriage is the major complication of PCOS. Why? Because there is no progesterone support in the body. What is progesterone? Progesterone is a very important hormone which we discussed in the previous videos. It is important to maintain the pregnancy and it is secreted by the placenta. Now in PCOS patients there is a deficiency in progesterone. So obviously the support that the baby needs, it doesn't get that. So she might miscarry in the first month, in the second month or in the third month. The first 3 months are very, very important. So we doctors, we always supplement a PCOS patient with external progesterone, either oral or injectable or even vaginal progesterones, so that the baby is well maintained, right? The second complication that she can develop is gestational diabetes. Now, as I discussed in my previous videos, the routine test for gestational diabetes is conducted at around 23 to 26 weeks. That is around 6th to 7th month. That is done because pregnancy itself is a diabetogenic condition. It puts a normal patient under high risk to develop diabetes because of certain hormonal changes. Now, if a patient is already PCOS, she already has an insulin insensitivity, she is definitely more prone to develop gestational diabetes. So such patients can develop gestational diabetes and have to be under strict monitoring, right? Now, the third important complication that can happen during pregnancy is preeclampsia. What is preeclampsia? Preeclampsia is a condition in which during pregnancy, suddenly the patient starts having high blood pressure. Because of high blood pressure, the capillaries, the arteries, the veins which supply blood from the mother to the fetus, they travel through the placenta. Now these arteries, these veins, they start getting constricted because of the high blood pressure. So the baby does not get enough blood, the baby there is growth retardation in the baby, and the patient herself can have fits, tonic-clonic fits, which you call mirgi or whatever. So this is eclampsia, preeclampsia and eclampsia. This is a complication that generally, it is very rare. It happens in extremes of age in very young patients or very elderly patients who get pregnant. But a patient with PCOS has a higher risk of getting this complication. Fourth complication that can happen during pregnancy because of PCOS is preterm labor. That is when a patient delivers before her 9th month is complete. Between 7 to 9 months, she can have that labor, which is called preterm labor. Now, such patients are prone to preterm labor. So we really need to take care of such patients. I would request all the listeners who are listening to my video, if you are affected by PCOS, please take it seriously and please be under proper monitoring of your doctor, whoever you are consulting for the 9 months, because that is very, very important. Right? So I think today we will not go any further because this is all. Please do not get scared while listening to these complications because not everybody suffers from all this. But you need to know, because if you are aware, you know what all can happen, then you will listen to your doctor carefully. You will understand her better, and then you will follow the regimen and bring about the changes in your lifestyle. Right? So in the next video we are going to discuss that. Till then, take care. Goodbye. Do follow me on my Instagram handle sonal.parihar.33, or you can inbox me if you have any query on my channel Ask Your Gynecologist, and do subscribe so that you get more notifications. Right? Take care. Bye-bye.